You may be a dog person, or you may be a cat person. You might also be an animal lover who has both a cat and a dog. But whether you are around cats or dogs, you will notice that the way a dog owner sees their life is completely different from the way a cat owner sees theirs. Let's start with the dinner time. While a dog may wolf down any kind of dog food you bring them, a cat will not. You can try to buy your cat every flavor of wet or dry food, but once they are tired of eating it, they will simply walk away, and they won't tell you why. Most likely in the morning, your cat will have crawled into bed with you to snuggle under the covers or sleep on top of your head. Cats do this because they crave heat, and since you lose most of your body heat through the top of your head, don't be surprised if your cat curls up there to absorb that extra warmth. On the other hand, your dog will probably sleep at the foot of your bed, but in the morning they will want to go for a walk. This is because they need to use the bathroom. There's a big difference between washing cats and washing dogs. Although it may be hard to believe, cats clean themselves quite efficiently. The surface of their tongue has tiny spines called papillae, which act as a natural brush that removes extra fur, oils, and debris. This is why they sometimes cough up hairballs. Cats rarely need to be washed, but dogs are a different story. While they may lick themselves sometimes, they can't wash on their own. You can do it yourself, but it's much better to take your dogs to a pet groomer to have their claws clipped and their fur washed. If you do try to do it yourself, make sure to use a dog shampoo and lukewarm water. As well, dogs should be toweled off well and kept inside until they are dry. After washing your dog, they should be toweled off well and kept inside until they are dry. Keep in mind, if dogs get too wet, they will shake off the extra water as an instinct to dry themselves faster. Dogs and cats will also try to please you in the best way they know. A cat will try to impress you by killing a real mouse and bringing it to you as a gift. At the same time, a dog will dig holes in the yard to bury bones for future nourishment. They will also chase squirrels away to protect your property. Now let's talk about how your pets spend the day when you are at work. Cats spend about 75% of their time sleeping during the day. On the other hand, you may find that your dog has chewed up a pair of shoes. They do it because your shoes have your scent on them. Your dog chews on your shoes because it not only relieves their stress, but also releases endorphins that make them feel better when you're not at home. They may also tear up furnitures. And keep in mind, your dogs and cats don't know when you are coming home, so they can become anxiety-ridden just like anyone else. It's the same reason a cat purrs when they jump on your lap or on your laptop. So while a dog is a little more respectful of your space when you are working at home, a cat might just jump up and sit on your laptop to get your attention. That is, when they feel like it. Now let's talk about how dogs and cats greet you when you come home. While both pets have a sensitive sense of hearing and a profound sense of smell, cats and dogs are very different creatures. So while a dog will jump up to greet you because they're glad to see you at home, a cat is a little more standoffish. They'll greet you or any of your guests when they get in the right mood. Speaking of the weekend, this is also playtime for cats and dogs. And while you can take your dog outside to chase a ball, your cat may play on its own. You can even buy a cat an expensive toy, but cats are more likely to play with a small stuffed mouse or a paper bag that is left on the floor. So while dogs are interactive with their owners, it may be more fun to sit back and watch the fun when a cat finds the most unlikely entertainment you can think of. Dogs are naturally outside animals. They love to be out playing and walking. This is why dog parks were invented. And it doesn't matter whether you have a Chihuahua or a Great Dane, they all love to play together because they are very social creatures. Cats? Not so much. They like to be indoors and watch the world from a window view. Get a leash for a dog so they can enjoy the great outdoors. And if you have a cat, install a window ledge. This will let them bask in the sun while they enjoy the view. Cats and dogs both shed a healthy amount of hair, but they take care of it differently. While a cat will ingest a fair amount of their hair when they groom, a dog just sheds. So be prepared for a cat to cough up the occasional hairball. It's perfectly natural. However, it is wise to invest in a pet-friendly hairbrush. Both cats and dogs hate the sound of the vacuum, but if you brush them once a week, you will have much less hair on your couch and carpets. While a dog is very trainable, a cat does not obey commands so easily. Dogs are constantly fed treats to obey commands. You can convince your dog to do almost anything with some food. Cats, on the other hand, are thankful for the treats, but they are much more likely to purr and rub up against your leg than they are to follow your instructions afterwards. Whether you are a dog person or a cat person, they will both love you in the best way they know how. That's the beauty of having pets who will take care of you, while you also take care of them.